old videos. And we're going to be talking about the latest, biggest news going on this week. And it is really big news, especially if you're a temporary resident and you're going to be applying for the big main residency after 5 years. There's a new rule that's just been abolished. So yeah, we're going to talk about this new rule, other things in the Spanish news today, and we're also going to have a walk around Torrevieja, and we're going to be passing some lovely little restaurants, and we're going to be pointing out to you on our walk. So stay with me to the end, and we'll be explaining all about what's going on with these new rules. Coming up to Semana Santa, only week, Friday, Good Friday, as you all know. The airport's a chock-a block. Easter, record-breaking people again coming through Alicante airport. But you've got to remember, there's still strikes going on. They're on for every day for an hour. In the morning and afternoon, the security people are still on strike. It's going to affect if you're coming in and going out, so there'll be a bit of a delay. The weather's not too great at the moment, so all these people coming on here to Spain on holiday are going to find that out, that we've got this dana in the air, this orange dust, cold front, and a bit of drizzle rain. And we've got this all week, and we've had all that lovely weather. So we'll be talking about everything, also about the famous street artist Banksy. Yeah, we're going to be talking about him this morning as well as all the other things, the tips. But the main thing we're going to be talking about is this 6-month rule that's just been abolished in Spain. This 6-month rule ain't going to affect everybody, but it's going to affect some people. And what really actually happened, and the reason why it got abolished, was down to a Ukrainian lady who actually got turned down when she had been here 5 years and applied for a full residency. As you know, when you come to Spain, you apply to be a temporary resident with all your paperwork for your healthcare, insurance, and your padre and NIE, passports, all the non-lucrative things you normally fill in to become a temporary resident. And within that time of 5 years, you're not meant to leave the country for more than 6 months, because if you do, you'll get turned down for your permanent residency. So what actually happened in this case, there was a Ukrainian lady. She had to go back home and she had a medical emergency. Family members were really ill and she had to be out, and she was out for 6 months. So when she actually come to apply for a residency up in Girona, they actually turned her down because she'd been out of the country 6 months. So that is the rules, and they turned her down. So she could have gone through all the process of the administrative rules and the courts and all that, but what she done was she went straight up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled in her favour and abolished this rule. And they now say anyone that actually has to go home for a medical emergency or any of this kind of thing, it's okay and it will not affect your residency. However, that doesn't mean that applies to everybody. It's only on special circumstances. It's all written in the new Boli, it's all there in the rules. But this did affect some people. But remember, when you are a resident as well, you still cannot be out of the country for more than 10 months because you will lose your residency. So it doesn't apply for everyone, but for this woman, she actually got the rule changed because of her circumstances, and it will affect some people. So if you're out of the country for 6 months and it is an emergency, anything like that, you have to leave and you come to apply for your permanent, they now don't need to turn you down. So that's one new rule that will help some people. However, we're just passing the bus station here in Torrevieja, and they've just brought in this special pass you can get for 22 euros. I did mention in the previous video, and for 22 euros you get 20 euro credit on your card. You get this off the bus driver. All the bus drivers sell it, and when you get on the bus, if you're doing local journeys, it's only going to cost you 60 cents instead of 160, and if there's a group of years, you get a reduced rate for the group of years. So this card's really good, to save you quite a few quid. We just start walking along just by the Mercadona area in Torrevieja main city, And just by this bus stop here, they've got a little street market going on. Yeah, this has just popped up. This looks like a temporary thing for Easter. Semana Santa. Oh look, I could just see a massive paella dish just over here being set up. Wow, that looks tasty. And we've got a bigger one here with prawns in. Look at that. So yeah, a little street market going on here. And this is early in the morning. This is just after 11 o'clock. I'm pouring a beer out already. It's not very big. It's not fully open, but yeah, just in this little area you want to pop down here. And that's just opposite the bus station. So yeah, we'll carry on and we'll be talking about all the other latest things going on in the news. Like I mentioned, old Banksy, the famous street artist, is down here in St Pedro today. There's a big exhibition going on, and it's to encourage people not to graffiti in the street. And as you know, graffiti is worldwide, every country, so it affects all areas. Doesn't have to be just in Spain. This graffiti is happening all over. So in this exhibition, they've got loads of representatives from different countries. You've got the famous Banksy bloke there as well. So they reckon they've got about 20 pieces on display today, 26th of March, down in the museum. And if you did want to go down that museum, it's actually in St Pedro. It's the art museum, and it's in the exhibition now. And the name of the museum, if you really wanted to go and have a look at that, it's the Baron de Benefol Museum. And yeah, the street legend himself, artists Blake Lara and Sean and Banksy, and there's plenty of other people there that are famous for their street artists around the world, the urban streets. So they're trying to promote people not to do this graffiti on the streets. If they're really good at it, come down to this exhibition and produce all your kind of good work. I'll tell you what is a shocker in news this week. Actually, Britain beat Spain in the happiest place to live in the world. We're actually number 36 in the world for the happiest place to live. And top of the plops, happiest place to live is Finland. And then you've got all the rest of the countries that are followed behind. In second place, you've got Denmark, and then you've got Iceland, and then Sweden, Israel. So we're well down the list for the happiest place to live. You wouldn't have thought that, would you? Paradise World videos, living the dream. I mean, you wouldn't have thought that with all the Scans and Norwegians all coming here to live. And yet, they're top of the plops. So yeah, busy morning in Torre today. We're going to go around by the square. There's no famous church square in Torre. You've got some lovely little bars and restaurants there, picturesque. Got some other big massive news as well, just broke out, and it's the Telegram messaging service. If you use the messaging service like you've got WhatsApp or whatnot, this message group, Telegram, Spain's just banned it. And the reason why the High Court has banned this is simple. The Telegram have complained that media companies about uploading their media without permission. So, all these people uploading their media without their permission, they've actually had to put their foot down, these news agencies, and take it to the High Court. These back streets, Torre, you do get some nice little bars here. It comes alive late in the afternoon and in the evening. Because section is 17 degrees today, it's a little bit chilly. Yesterday was 20, we had a bit of sun, overcast with this suspension of dust in the air. But we've got that breeze today. So we won't find many sitting out in Torre, but it's Easter and the airports, like I say, are super duper busy. The roads are ram-packed. And everyone's come down from all over. Madrid and Barcelona have all come into Torrevieja and these other towns because it's Semana Santa, and you've got all these fiestas in nearly every town. You've got them down in Alcaceres, Catena, you've got them up in Alicante, Murcia, you've got it in Torrevieja. So you've got these fiestas going on the Holy Week. So there's going to be a few days where they're going to find the supermarkets closed because we've got Good Friday coming up. So make sure you get your shopping in. Happy hour. There you go. A beer for €1. The other big news that's going on as well, I know Spain are coming up all these bonker rules about fining Brits for all kinds of things, walking around without their shirts on and playing about a beach at night, and smoking on beaches being banned, and yeah, lots of crazy rules they keep mentioning about. But now they're worried that the British tourism is really down on previous years, even though the influx of foreigners and immigrants all coming to Spain and all over here for their holidays every year, year on year. They're breaking records on people coming, but the Brits used to be the #1 on the list, and now they're coming to the bottom of the list because of all these rules. They've stopped coming here. They've started to go to Greece and other places. So now the Minister for Tourism is trying to promote the British back in Spain again. I mean, if you're in Torre, like I say, you've got plenty of these little quasi little bars and restaurants, and there's one here. It's just not far from behind the main fountain in the square in Torre where the harbour is, and it's always super duper busy no matter what time of day it is. Sometimes you're lucky to get a table in here. They do all sorts, beautiful cakes, paninis to die for. But yeah, it's a really nice popular place for all, not just for the Spanish, for all. It's very picturesque, and the quality of food is really good in here, and it is busy, and you get some juicy cakes as well. Yes. Yeah, super duper busy, and a really nice restaurant. And you got the food outside as well. Look at these milkshakes. Like I say, everything here, breakfast, lunch, very popular. So if you did want to come and down this place, it's just down there. You've got the harbour, it's just behind the fountain, the main fountain, and the name of the restaurant is Lotta. There we go. But there's plenty more of these about, and we're just going to carry on walking around the back streets. We'll talk a bit more about what's going on in the news, and check these places out. Well, another thing that's just opened in Torrevieja, they've been on it for a couple of years. It's one of the largest pump tracks in the whole of Europe, with a 44,000 square metre, and it's got everything in this little recreation place, and for all kind of pump tracks, for the medium to the top experienced ones, the older generation. You've got dog exercising areas in this pump track, as well as you've got eating, picnic, hockey courts, paddle, petankas. It's basically got everything. This big pump track is down in La Siesta, so if you did want to go and visit this pump track, it's got something there for everyone. There's going to be a big problem when the summer comes though, because they reckon it's not in shade at all. It's well open, so it could be very hot in the summer months, but definitely worth a trip if you've got some kids and you want to go down there. Look at this one here. Look, this is a nice one, and you can get a bit of breakfast in here as well. Bit of toast, $2.99. Yeah. Manico tapas bar, and everything says 50%. Food 50%, between 7 and 8. Yeah. Yes, very nice little bar, yeah. And that's just along to the other one, right by the church. So if you come to the church, you'll find these places. They're all tucked around. There was a big demonstration here the other day. I did have a video of that, the earthquake reenactment just there. And this little coffee bar just down here, that gets really busy as well. And this is where all the processions are going to be come Friday. And they've got this big massive tent just outside. Big tent. This is where they're holding all the big statues. Let's have a little peep, eh? There we go. This is all going to be part of the parade come Friday. So we'll carry on our walks, and we've got this lovely little baker's here, look, La Bar de Diana. But yeah, loads of these little coffee bars around the back here. You wouldn't even know they were here. I mean, these are the places you need to come around the back streets. You get it a lot cheaper than promenade around the tourist areas. You come right round up by the bus station, all round them sort of streets. There's tons and tons of these tapas bars, and you get a coffee for €1 and a beer for €1.20 or €1.50. Same for a wine. If you steer clear from these main places, tourist places, you're going to get a better menu of the day as well, cooked fresh. Like I mentioned before, you know, they've got time to prepare the food, and you ain't got anyone outside begging you to come in these places. This is the church here. First time I've seen the doors actually open. Absolutely amazing in there, absolutely stunning. Most churches are in Spain, and this is right at the square, and this gets very busy at night. A lot of the children come here and play. Got the little stall openers out there for your candy floss. So this is where it happens, the gathering point, which is right next to the main town hall, Torrevieja. Of course, some other crazy news for you as well. Malaga University have got this big massive robot that's supposed to help them now with monitoring the streets, the traffic. Apparently it's going to help police in lots of ways. People that are riding these scooters on the pavement, it's going to detect them. It's got monitoring everything that's going on. And they called it the dog robot. Right load off the police, and this is the first robot of its kind. And it does look like a dog with all different cameras all around. And it's going to be set up, and it's going to monitor everything that's going on. And no doubt there's going to be more of these built. Remember, it's the first time you've come to this channel. Give us a like and subscribe, and you can follow all the other videos I've done all over. You can check the channel out. Been to most areas of Spain, and you can always support me down in the links. You can buy me a coffee. This will help towards my petrol and all the other places we're going to be visiting in Spain. So remember, if you did want to come and reside in Spain, live out in Spain, there are 3 types of visas I did mention before. And the golden visa is the most popular one. If you've got money and the easiest route, you can get it less than 21 working days. You can have that golden visa up and running. If you do all the right information, go through the right procedure, all what you're supposed to do, 21 working days, they reckon you can have this golden visa. And the way it's easy than Portugal, apparently. It's a lot quicker, and it's a lot less money involved. And all you need to do, the way they reward you by applying for this golden visa, they reward you a faster, quicker way to get into Spain, because you're helping them out by doing an investment in Spain, and it's got to be over 500,000, and you've got to have some kind of stocks and shares invested in Spain, and then they reward you with this golden visa. Of course, it applies to people with plenty of money, but the other popular visa everyone seems to be going for now is the non-lucrative visa. That is the one they seem to be all going for, but there's all 3 different types of visa I've mentioned in previous videos. You can check out the channel, you will see all that. But yeah, it's getting a little bit busier now, coming up to 12 o'clock, and this is Calle Raymond Gallard, and this is the main parade street. They have all the parades, and this is where it's all going to be happening come Friday, Holy Week. So we'll just walk around the block. As you can see, the beautiful church just there, and there's a lovely little restaurants tucked down the side of the harbour. And they're still saying you can go down in Murcia and you can buy an house for less than 20,000 euros. So there's property out there, like I showed you in previous videos I've done. Down in Novelda, we found a property for 15,000. But yeah, 20,000, 15, 30,000 euros, you can have a nice property in Spain and start living a dream. They're still saying the second-hand market in Spain is still rising steadily. The first quarter of 2024. Here we've got a nice little place here, a little bit of breakfast here, croissant and a coffee for you, €2.50. Atelier du Chef. You do get a bargain out in Spain. Found a place the other day where you got a breakfast and a coffee for €4.50. Come out the airport, you pay €6 for a coffee. A little bit noisy around here, they're doing a little bit of work just at the back here. But they've got a nice little place here, Old Pepe. It's really nice. I've come here on one of my tapas runs. Did get a nice bit of tapas here, and also friendly staff. Old Don Pepe, there you go. Very reasonable prices. You can see, done out like a sailor. We've got all the sailor hats here as well. Just so many restaurants to choose. You can go one every day of the year and still not cover them for about 5 years. There's that many restaurants in Torrevieja. It's just the cakes. Just can't resist looking at the cakes. And just across here you've got the Mac Burger, and that's a popular place, the old Mac Burger. We're still just behind the main fountain there in Torrevieja, and this Mac Burger is just there. And it's quite popular for families as well. Young children, they love this old Mac Burger. €9.90 for the first one. And this is the Mac Burger. Nice little restaurant. Friendly staff. And we've got the fish market as well, just down the side. The main big fish market. And there's a little sports shop around the corner if you're looking for a sports shop. But here we've got the fish market there. And as you can see, you just got the harbour there. We're just going to carry on having a walk around this little area, because just at the front here you got Alicante, which is a really popular place for the Spanish. Space love the Alicante. A little chain all over the place. I found the best one to go to is San Miguel Castillo, a big castle up in San Miguel, very picturesque, and they're about €10. And that's used to be not long ago €6-7, but as you know, everything went up since COVID, and it's just up here. This is the Alicante, and later on this place will be banging because such value for money. The Spanish love it. Alicante Centro, and as like I mentioned, there's a chain monument, and there we go. And it's all commemorate, and it's all for Diego Remes, 7th of December 21. We've got the trains over there. If you're in Torre and you want to go Salt Lakes, that's where you pick up over there. Definitely worth a trip. You'll go round on the train, they'll explain all what it's all about. You'll see the beautiful pink lakes, the piles of salt. You can buy some salt there as well from a souvenir shop. So I'd recommend getting on that train. I'd say about €6-7, cheap as chips. Yeah, this little restaurant here, I've seen them queuing up for this Mexican here. And that's right next door, you've got a little Thai restaurant. It's another Mexican place here, Mexico Mundo. It looks pretty pretty as well. Very Mexican. And that's just down the side. If you're coming down to Torrevieja and you're looking for an hotel, you've got one here right next to the seafront. It was cheap as chips, about €50 a night. Hotel's very clean. Hotel Fontana, very clean and cheap, and that'll be right on the seafront, so you don't have to spend a lot of money if you want to come and stay in Torre. Alternatively, a lot of people renting apartments out. It can get very busy in the summer months. And I did mention before as well, if you come in certain parts of Spain and there is fiestas on, all the hotels will be charging a lot more, for the simple reason is they're busy and it's in demand. So if you're coming out, you've got to check what time of year you need to come if you want cheaper accommodation. Another thing I did mention as well, we're going to be going up to Barcelona soon, and we're going to be doing a lovely tour of Barcelona. And when we do go there, we'll be booking in advance these top tourist places, the Sagrada Familia and all the other places there, because I only allocate a certain amount of people a day to visit these places, and the big boards outside before do need to book well in advance for their popular places that are in demand. Talk about tourist places, I'll mention that as well. Previous videos about Seville, the old tourist square with all the tourist spots to visit. It's so busy, and they're thinking about doing a little tourist charge to get into this square. Just try and cut the numbers down. Well, so they say. I think it's to make a few quid. So if they introduce that, no doubt most parts of Spain will be following, charging to enter the tourist areas. That's if that gets put through. That's all up, ready to be appealed. a little Chinese over there. So sushi, Kobe sushi and ramen. That's dead opposite the massive bingo hall here. We'll have a look, see what they've got on the menu, eh? So yeah, got a car park here as well, right by the bingo. Torrevieja bingo hall. Okay, yeah, there's a barcode menu, and there are no other menu because they're not open. But well, it's here if you need to come. And well, I think we're starting to get a little drizzle coming. It was predicted a little drizzle all week. Crazy, isn't it, eh? Absolute crazy. So much beautiful weather, and then all of a sudden, all the parades start, and out comes the rain. And mind you, Spain does need it at the moment. I said loads of times, we're in a bit of a drought. Barcelona, north of Barcelona, hosepipe bans, and down in Murcia now official drought. So we do need this rain. All the reservoirs are drying up everywhere. Pizza, Domino Pizza in Torrevieja.